Hey guys, this is Argil here again, woo! Doing more rambly, talky, updated videos about dollies. So much fun! Again, hopefully these videos come out okay as far as like lighting and stuff. I'm crossing my fingers. I tried, really, I try. Anyway. So yes, of course, these are the same ones from my previous video, same dollies, Etzel and Shu. And I'm actually going to be talking a little bit more about their characters and such in this video as well. So yes, of course, Etzel is tan skin and he is a Bambicrony Emily, and then next to him is Shu, who is my Soom Serin open-eyed head in cream white skin that I blushed on a Unoa body. So yes, those are these two. But in my previous video I had mentioned that there was one other thing that I had received in the mail that I was able to splurge upon, because I don't have a lot of dolly funds recently, but one other thing that I had purchased, and it's very, very special to Shu and Etzel here. Unfortunately, I can't really move my camera around, so I can't exactly show you what I'm talking about, like in the video, but hopefully I will go ahead and edit in some pictures of what I'm talking about, or at least link you guys to pictures or something like that. Or make another video showing it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But hopefully you guys will know what I mean. In Shu and Etzel's story, my unicorn character story, I've explained a little bit about them before. So if you don't know entirely what I've explained before, I have previous videos that explains it a little bit more. But in their story, my unicorn character story, they form trios, romantic trios, rather than pairs like typical humans and animals and such do. It's part of their makeup of their species. It's not a choice, they have to. But like in human culture, when people get married, they have like their wedding rings, and that sort of symbolizes their like unified bond together, if you will. And my unicorn character's story, Unitrios is their species name, and their culture, they have a similar practice, but it's also very different. They have special gemstones that are sort of significant of their bond, and they also function for something greater, but I'll get into that later. But yes, they have special gemstones, and the color of the gemstone, the type that it is, and the sort of facets that it has, the sort of shape and cut, are all individual to each individual trio. And I have been looking for, like, you know, real life gemstones to replicate the ones that they would have canonically, their characters that they would have. And it was a little bit difficult just to find the right shapes and the right sizes. It was pretty difficult. I was looking everywhere, but I finally think I found the perfect ones, and they're really, really great. I'm super, super happy. I'm like, yay, I'm so happy! Which again, I will show you pictures of either on the side of the video or in the description or something like that. But yes, I have received most adorable little crystal gemstones, the little tiny ones that are the perfect scale to go ahead and do what I was planning. So for Shu, Etzel, and Calliope, of course Calliope is not in this video, I don't have her as a doll right now, but their trio, their gemstone that they all have together, they all have the same like shape and color and type of gemstone between each member of a trio. Like one trio has one certain color type of gemstone, another one has a different one, but all three within one trio have the exact same, if that makes sense. So for Shu, Calliope, and Etzel, theirs is red, and it's in the shape of an upside down heart, or a regular heart if you turn it upside down, but the way that it's shown as it's an upside down heart. And I finally found little tiny gemstones that were in the shape of a heart that were red, and I was like, yay! They're actually Swarovski crystals, so they're very, very shiny and pretty and lovely, so that is super, super awesome. But my unicorn characters, I think I've mentioned this before. If I haven't, then more backstory for you. the significance of gemstones for them is very, very important because they themselves actually are technically gemstones. They're manifested gemstones, bonded with a certain element, if you will. They're not like fleshy and human and like they don't have blood and organs and that sort of thing. They're essentially just like raw energy encased inside of a gemstone, and they have a human appearance. You wouldn't know, you know, unless someone told you that was the thing. They look very, very similar to humans, and they don't feel drastically different, but they are very, very different in sort of the way they're composed and born. So the gemstones that they have that symbolize a bond in their trio are actually embedded into their bodies. Follow me here with this one. It's a little complex. Hopefully you guys can follow me what I mean here. But their skin isn't quite so like fleshy. It's not hard like rock, but it's not fleshy either. And when they get cut and stuff, they don't really bleed. It just sort of makes like a little scar. So just like resin, whereas if you were to cut into it, it would make an indent. It wouldn't like, you know, bleed and get gooey and mushy and gross. It just makes an indent. So my unicorn characters, when they have their sort of bonding ceremony, kind of like marriage for humans, they have these special gemstones, and they are, in the ceremony, they are embedded into a part of their body. And that function has a higher purpose as well. It's not just for aesthetics. There's another reason why they do it, but they do it nonetheless. So I was trying to find gemstones that were the right size and color and shape, like I said, to go ahead and put them on my dolls eventually. I'm probably going to wait to actually, like, you know, install all of them in the proper places on the proper doll, just because some of them need new bodies and I'm still on the fence about certain things about them, so I want to be completely sure before I actually go ahead and commit to doing it. But yes, that will be a very, very fun project, and I'm so glad that I actually have the stones now and that I actually, you know, can do it now because I found the ones that were proper and whatever. So yes, it's a little hard to follow and I might be like, whoa, I don't, what? But hopefully you guys can kind of follow what I mean. My unicorn characters are very, very different. But for Shu, actually, I guess I should explain, since he's not technically of the same species as Etzel and Calliope, he's kind of like human, if you will. Since his skin actually is like actual skin and is fleshy and he does bleed, it's a little bit different to the location and the manner in which the gemstone is embedded in his body. For Shu, it's actually, the way I imagine it right now, I'm still a little bit on the fence about it exactly, but the way that I imagine it right now is that it's embedded onto his hand. I'm not sure which hand yet. I'm looking at my own hands like, I'm not sure which hand yet. I haven't decided exactly which hand, but the purpose for it being on his hand is because his skin is like fleshy and it can be infected and such. Having the gemstone embedded into his skin, it needs to be cared for constantly. So I feel like it would make the most sense to have it in a place where it can be easily reached and taken care of. But yes, usually my other unicorn characters, they place it like, what would that be called? Like in the part of your back that's above your shoulder blades, but just below the base of your neck. Like right in that little circular space right in the middle there. I don't know how to explain it, but that is usually a very common place that they have it. But yes, Euclid has that, theirs there, and so does Faustus. I don't know about Etzel and Calliope yet. I'm still debating where I want theirs to be. But yes. Anyway, so like I said, hopefully I'll actually have pictures to show you guys the actual little gemstones that I have for them, or at least one of them or whatever. Like I said, I also have the gemstones for Euclid, Faustus, their trio. I also have theirs. Theirs are a diamond shape. like, not like an actual diamond, but the shape diamond, like, you know, like a playing card diamond. Theirs is a diamond shape, and I'm not going to say exactly the color and whatever of theirs, because there's a little bit of a story to that. But anyway, yes, I do have theirs as well, at least one of them. So yes, I'm very, very, very excited about that. I just want to go ahead and explain a little bit of that. Because I think if I didn't explain it, and you'd see random gemstones stuck on their body and you'd be like, what? So I thought I would explain the reasoning as to why. Like I said, I probably don't think I'll actually install any of them until I've made changes to their bodies and whatever, the things that I have to do to get them more perfect. Like Shu and Etzel need new bodies, so I won't be doing anything to theirs right now. But I'm glad that I have them at least. Ha ha ha! Progress nonetheless. But yes, thank you guys so very much for watching if you did, and sorry if that didn't make any sense, or if you're just like, what? But I do have one other video that I want to make, and it's something that I've been meaning to explain and make a video on for quite a while. And if you guys who follow me on Flickr, probably like, why hasn't she mentioned this yet? But anyway, yes, thank you guys so very much for watching, and